Have you heard of Chat GPT, created by a company called OpenAI? Have you heard of this? Bing, Microsoft's search engine, they just released their new and improved Bing, powered by Chat GPT. It's a $10 billion investment. What is this? What is Chat GPT? You know who I feel like right now? I feel like these guys, this is from the Today Show in 1994. Do you remember this?
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that massive computer network, the one that's becoming really big now.
What do you mean? That's big. How does one? What do you write to it like mail?
No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is?
Isn't that amazing? What is internet? That's us. That's me right now with artificial intelligence. It's like a total idiot, not even using the right words, like forgetting the word the for some reason in between. Like total ignorance. What is Chat GPT? Like in 10 years, they'll be playing this clip. Like there's this idiot who didn't know what Chat GPT was. We got to figure this out because it's inevitable and it's completely world changing. Completely world changing. Just, all right, 100 years ago, okay, 100 years ago, 1923, you had your Model T. All right, that was the big technology of the day. The radio was invented, silent movies, electronic traffic signals, the refrigerator. These were the grand inventions of 1923. So you go back 100 years ago from today, right? That dramatic difference in technological advancement over 100 years where they just invented the refrigerator, it is going to be even more massive over the next 10 years. So as massive of a leap as it was from 1923 to today, it's going to be even more than that until now to 2033. Think about it like this. This was Times Square 100 years ago, okay? So imagine you're walking around Times Square 100 years ago, and then you get teleported to today, and you see this. Your head would explode. You'd have no clue what the heck is going on. The same thing is going to happen to us in 10 years, walking around our world. Have you seen these 3D billboards that are in Times Square now? Check this out. Like that is, like what is that? How can that be real life? It's a 3D billboards. 10 years from now, that'll be nothing. It'll be nothing. And the greatest change in our lives are going to be artificial intelligence. It's going to be the absolute greatest change in our life. By 2025, it's believed, that's just like 2 years away, by the way, 90% of what you read online is going to be generated by artificial intelligence, not written by a real person. Very soon, the music you listen to is going to be written and performed by a computer. There are already models on the internet that are just made up by an algorithm. It's just a made up algorithm of a fake person, and no one can tell. Michaela on Instagram has 3 million followers. That's not a real person. Microsoft has a new technology that after just 3 seconds of hearing a voice can recreate the voice and have it say whatever you want it to say. It's called VALL-E, V-A-L-L-E. Here's Joe Biden.
Hello, this is an AI-generated voice clone of President Joe Biden. This voice clone was trained using audio of Biden's speeches downloaded from YouTube, and this audio was generated in a matter of seconds.
How are you going to know what's real? How are you going to know what a politician actually says or didn't say? That's life-changing stuff right here. So ChatGPT, it's an AI that you can use for free right now, and you can tell it to write anything. We'll explain with our next guest exactly how this works. But you can ask ChatGPT to write a newspaper article in the style of a New York Times reporter, and it'll just write the article. And it's better than a New York Times reporter. Why have reporters? Why have anyone think anything? Why have any new thoughts? Just ChatGPT it, and it just comes up with an answer. That sure is easier than thinking. And they can now have it just put right into your brain. This is Neuralink. We did a special on Neuralink a couple of years ago. And my concern is that no one's asking any questions about this. And I'm not here to scare you. It's inevitable, it's happening. I'm here to prepare you, prepare all of us. We need to know how to think about this. Otherwise, we're going to be steamrolled by it. And we won't know it until it's too late. So Elon Musk's big project is not Tesla, it's Neuralink. This video is from like 2 or 3 years ago. This is a monkey with a computer chip inserted into its brain that can play a video game, in this case Pong, using just its brain. It doesn't need to move a joystick to move it. He just thinks where it goes, just with the computer chip in his brain, he just thinks, right? Why is Elon Musk doing this? Elon Musk said the greatest inhibitor of technological progress right now, it's not the computer software, it's not the computer chips, it's the human thumb. It's the speed of the human thumb. You can only type so fast on your screen. But if you can get rid of this, the middle step of your thumbs, and you can just think something and it sends to someone else's brain, computer chip in a brain, and someone else can think something and just goes right in your brain, or you can just ask a question and it just instantly appears in your brain. You don't have to type into ChatGPT a question. You just ask a question and it automatically gets inserted into your brain. That's Neuralink. And it's already here. Right now he says it's for paralyzed people. Right? You'll be able to move your limbs. Right? Great. That's the first couple iterations. But eventually everyone will be hooked up to the Neuralink, just like we're all now hooked up to the internet, like the Today Show was talking about not too long ago, just in 1994. Amazing. One of the goals of the Neuralink, we'll talk about in the last segment, is to have a universal language. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. This idea that, we'll talk about that later. Elon says you can just send complex thoughts from brain to brain. And he said to the point where there'll be no more need to talk. There's no talking. And he says maybe you can talk for sentimental reasons. Just like you have like a fire pit in your backyard. You don't need a fire, but you just do it for fun. That's what talking will be. You don't need to talk anymore. Amazing. We're going to talk about some problems with this a little later. But I wanted to share where AI is going. We're already here. This is not like, well, in 50 years. Elon says we're already part cyborg. Where's your phone? Shing! Right here. Is your phone ever more than connected to your leg? We already have missing limb syndrome. If your phone's away from you for a little bit, you feel naked, you feel like you're missing a part of your body already. We're already part cyborg. Elon's right about that. Kid today who's no different than a phone can't be away from it for more than a millisecond. It's already a part of you. So why not just put it right in your brain? It'll be 1 trillion times faster if it's just in your brain than it is right now. Think about it, right now, if I want to look up something on my phone, I gotta pick it up, I gotta open it up, I gotta unlock, okay, passcode, okay, scroll up, scroll over, Gmail, okay, that took way too long. Just bing, right in my head. That's Neuralink. Hey, thanks for watching that clip. That was from our special Age of AI. We talk about ChatGPT and what that means for our future. Do you know all about ChatGPT? The more I think about it, the more to a dystopian place I go real fast. We also have a podcast. It's called Politics by Faith. And one of the themes of the podcast is there's nothing new under the sun. And you think, well, artificial intelligence, that's pretty new, Slater. It's really not. It's all been done before. How can that be? That's what we break down in the podcast. Because when you know something's been done before, and you get that historical perspective with some biblical peace, all that anxiety washes right away. And it's a wonderful thing. Please download that podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts called Politics by Faith. We'll see you there.